Yeah, we got it. We're good. Hey, y'all. It's the end of 2020. So this is
No more fiascos, no more debacles, hopefully. None of
let's
that
all
stuff.
let's all hope.
No
We're gonna bring
shenanigans.
all the positivity into
Right.
2021. We're not
No
gonna say
shenanigans.
nothing.
No shenanigans. I just want
Hey,
it to
y'all.
be
Welcome to
cool.
Girl Chat Spat.
Spat. Girl chat. We do spat sometimes. Girl chat sports. Mo and Mel. We're in the house. Literally.
My head is not here. I had to keep the beanie on just to keep my head down because I've had a day. And welcome. It's Wednesday. It's West Coast Wednesdays. We are coming to the end of the year. We're having a short show today because I got some stuff I got to do. And Mo, we want to make sure that you feel better. I know you've been a little under weather today, so get your rest.
I'm so tired.
You out there working hard, girl, working hard. So we appreciate everybody for joining us. Hey, what's up? We got our favorite guy, and thank you, Nate, for coming on and showing us love.
What's up, Nate?
See, I don't know what's up with
I'm gonna have to model my gift one day.
Yeah, StreamYard's acting a little funny today, so we'll see how that goes.
Bear with us, you guys. We're here though. Bear with us.
It's like it's in slow-mo. I don't know what's going on. But we thank you guys for tuning in. So, man, let's get into 2020 a little bit. We've had quite the roller coaster from fires in Australia to the death of Kobe and Gigi to a pandemic that started off, I don't know, it seems like the year's gone fast so far. Like now you can say, oh my God, like March seemed like it was yesterday. But in March, it seemed like March went on for like 6 months.
Yes.
And it was like, I started staying home from work and we worked from home. And I don't know any other lifestyle right now. Like this is all I know. Like Suge is used to it. We have a new addition, Tilly. I don't know what else there is. We saw sports in a bubble. We saw COVID affecting numerous sports and teams and players. And I'm at a loss for words. I don't think any of us have seen something like this before.
No, I don't think we have. And, I just, God bless you.
Thank you.
Salud, Kasutite, all those languages. I don't know. This is crazy. This whole year has been crazy. We've seen a man get murdered on TV that people didn't believe were getting murdered by police. Especially people that look like me. And we had a whole spark of a movement that's catalyzed some change. Hopefully we roll into 2021 with that same change.
Yes.
And better things to happen as it goes. But yeah, the pandemic, I think, is kind of hit both ends of some kind of things we've never seen before in our lifetime or thought we would see in our lifetime.
Man,
and the way it took over sports with the bubble and players being out for COVID and teams getting fined and wearing a mask and all. It's just a lot. It really is. And the fact that it's still going on, it's still going interesting on. How next year is going to look.
Yeah. But I did see that there were some updates there was a firing of some of the guys involved with the Breonna Taylor.
Two cops got fired, but what does that do? Does that put them in jail?
Nothing. It gives something. However, it's not enough.
It doesn't give me anything because you can take that and go to another state, another county, and get a job being a police officer.
And that's why we need to be voting and changing policies so they can't do those kind of things.
Yeah, Missouri, you're on watch. Y'all been in Louisville, y'all on watch. Like Louisville's been on watch. Minnesota's on watch. Everybody's on watch. Yep. They got to get it together. And that's local laws doing that. So you need to vote locally and show up and show out at these polls. Georgia, bring it. John Ossoff is amazing. He's a savage with it. What he said on the news today about Kelly Loeffler, savagery. And held no tongue back. So big ups to him. He is really fighting for all of us. So Georgia, y'all need to do the right thing by this man and show up to the polls and vote, man. Super Tuesday's coming. And y'all got to show up and show out for real.
And they need to do a lot. What's up, Alex?
Yeah.
How's it going? I think we're all ready for 2020.
We are.
To get out of here. I mean,
we are.
It's a bit too much.
But today is actually a good day, though.
Tell me about it.
It's a king's birthday today. Does everybody know which king it is? I'm going to go down my list.
I'm like, how far are you going to pull the shirt? How far is Mo going to pull the shirt up?
Hey, I've already been called Triple D. It just gets better and better as we go. So it is LeBron James' 36th birthday, which I have a running joke with a friend of mine that I don't believe he's 36. I think he's 40. I think when he was in high school, he was 20. He looks a lot older than the two of us and other people that are my age.
He does.
And however, I don't know what that comes from, if it's from injections or hearts. I don't know, but he does not look 36 to me. But happy birthday anyway, because he's dope.
And can we talk about his hairline, how it transitions? You mentioned it like lasts throughout the season. And my thing is, it doesn't happen. He gets it redone before nationally televised games. And by about the third, fourth quarter, we start to see all
at 36, guys, this is what we're doing at 36.
But some guys lose hair easy. But some guys lose hair.
And they let it go. And they let it go.
Let it go.
When you're young. This seems like an older gentleman trying to fight having hair. The older gentlemen are the ones that have a hard time letting the hair go when they've had hair for so long. The young guys accept it, move on, and go bald with a beard. That's what they do. He is not 36, but he is a king. I'm just going to leave it at that. And he actually did his 10th double digit points of 10 or more in tonight's game against the Spurs, which they're playing currently. And that makes him the only NBA player to have double digits 1,000 games in a row for a season. And that is how dope he is right now. Give it up to King. Give it up to King. I mean, it goes in the order of succession. So, we have to. So I'll just give it up to the King. Real
Jerry's in the middle?
Jerry's in the middle. You know why Jerry's in the middle? I think Jerry kind of did us dirty going to Clipperland. We're still going to keep him as a legend, but, he talked mess about our Lakers.
Your Candyland Clippers, huh?
Yeah, while he was over there in Clipperland, he lost his mind a little bit and started talking mess about us. That's not cool.
What's up, Steph? Thanks for tuning in. We hope you are good and safe, and everybody is ready for 2021. And it's going to be a different look. Like, I've already had people talk to me about their being out here for New Year's and, what's going on. I'm like, I've had friends that have hit me like, hey, we're going to be out there end of January. We know what's the clubs, what clubs are open. I'm like,
there are no clubs open.
I mean, you go to Dre's, but it's a lounge now. It's like,
and it's like $1,000 for a table to start. I think it's
that's the thing. Is like, there's no more walking in anymore. You have to literally pay for a table, reserve a table. And that's it. There's no walk in, move around.
No. And mind you, it's Dre's after hours. It's not the main club. It's the underground one. That's much smaller, much more intimate. So you may not get in unless you're willing to pay those prices that they have listed for.
And that's everywhere. It's like, and then I keep seeing these places like Tao, and there's a place at, I think, Palazzo that are offering like a New Year's Eve package. And I'm like, who? Why? It's not like you're going to a big Vegas party. Like, you're literally going to be with maybe like 100 people.
They canceled the fireworks on the Strip, you guys. Like, there's fireworks and all that is
there's still going to be some downtown.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And honestly, Circa had canceled their stadium performance that they were supposed to do. Their in the stadium sportsbook poolside performance they were going to do. And I guess you have to stream that virtually or something. So they canceled that. God. So it's real out there. And I think people just have to. This should be the night that everybody just sits and reflects on their year and what to do better for next year. Like, he's giving you a chance to sit quiet, and you still are not trying to sit quiet. Why?
I don't know.
I partied every day before all of this pandemic stuff. Like, it was New Year's, like it was my birthday, like it was, so I personally am good because people were like, well, you're going to go crazy. You go out all the time. No, I'm not. Because I took advantage of it.
Mo used to be out.
Yes, I take advantage of all of that when I had stuff for free. You take advantage of it till it's gone. And guess what? It's gone now. So all I have is the nice pictures and memories and great times. And I can live with that for myself. So the only thing I regret is traveling. Like, that would be my new thing for 2021 is to travel more for sure.
Got you.
Safely, if we can do.
Yes. I have traveled a couple times safely. I am about to travel safely. But I think what happened is that 2019, I was gone like once or twice every month. And I think the higher powers above were like, it's time to sit your butt down. Like, and I literally did. Shug was probably like sick of me for a while because I've never been just at home all month long. And like, he saw the luggage earlier and was like, what's that? Like, what are we doing with the luggage again? No. So, oh my God.
It'll be a good time. Stay safe.
Just stay tuned. You might see a GirlChatSports beanie or visor pop up somewhere in the timeline feed. Secret locations will be disclosed later for New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but did you have a good holiday? Everybody hopefully had a safe holiday,
Yes,
however
I
you
did.
decided to spend it.
I did. I threw down on some gumbo that got great reviews. So I guess I'm now the person in the family that's going to be making it.
You were
For now.
stewing that gumbo for quite some time.
I was. And
Yeah,
it takes such a long time to cook. And then it takes a long time to babysit the pot when it's done. Yeah. Because you can't put it in the fridge immediately while it's hot. You have to wait for it to cool down. I literally had to wait till 1 a.m. to put a pot in a fridge.
Oh my God.
Babysitting it. Like, anybody have any tips to cool down a pot? Let me know. Faster than just it sitting. Because I'm telling you. Can you
sit it in a ice bath maybe?
Maybe. I was thinking that, but I don't know. I don't know what the rules are on that. I'm kind of too scared to try with the
I've never made gumbo. I mean, I like when I eat gumbo, I eat like part of it, like just parts that I like inside of it, not everything.
Well, you would have loved this because it had all the crab that you could ever imagine. My mom's like, it had so much seafood in it. I was like, yeah. I went a little nuts with the seafood, but I'll go nuts with it anytime because it's good, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting. Yeah. I'm waiting for this pandemic to ease up because I need to get back to my crab eating. I haven't gone for a while. I haven't had my crab intake because the stuff at the grocery store is not as good as you get when going to like boiling, of course, or hot and juicy for you. And of course, girls talk food because this is all that we do too.
We love food. Food is my lover. It's my homie lover friend. It can turn on you in a minute when you start gaining those pounds, but it just means it loves you more. You know what I mean?
And hopefully everybody's made it through 2020. They're not too worried about what COVID weight they did gain or didn't gain. And we just kind of push through and enjoy 2021 because I think everybody has taken it a little bit differently. Some have worked out more because they haven't had to be places all the time. Others have.
Man, the home gyms is real. The home gyms are really real. To see that stores like Dick's and Big Five and all these
all sold out.
All sold out on sports
weights being sold out,
bikes being sold out, like stuff was just ridiculous. Now that I get on the horn of wanting to work out, there's no weights in the stores for me to buy. I'm like, where are the weights? Much. I'm buying tension bands. Okay, we'll roll with that.
Well, at least you're doing something.
Yeah, I'm trying to move, you know, I try.
I blame my non-workouts on the puppy. It's kind of like having a kid, so I kind of
But that's a great new addition.
But we're going to get into it for 2021. I'll get back into actually moving and doing something productive with my life in the exercise realm. But hey, you know it is. So can we talk a little bit about the vaccine though? A lot of people I have family and friends that are in the healthcare field and have already started getting their vaccines. What is your take on vaccine? As far as what you would like to, I mean, are you ready for it? Are you down, or are you going to give it a little bit?
I feel like I'll give it a little bit, but it just depends because there's certain brands that people are taking. Like for instance, my older brother took his was Moderna. Some people are taking the Pfizer vaccine.
There's two different ones right now, I think, right?
Yeah. So it just depends.
I'm still confused as to how can there be two vaccines, but one has to be kept at like below freezing and the other one doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't that seem
I'll take it. I mean, I honestly think everybody will be forced to take it at a certain time.
It sounds like for traveling purposes for certain places, you'll have to take it. I mean, if I have to take it for work or if I have to take it eventually, I do. I just hope I'm not required to take it like right away. I need to see how some of these people that got it feel within a few months or something.
Yeah, like there was a nurse, they said, that took the vaccine and 2 days later got diagnosed with COVID. So... I don't know. It just depends. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. Like I said, it'll be a minute for me. I'm not saying I won't take it, but I'm not saying I'll take it immediately either.
I definitely understand all those in the healthcare industry that need to take it. I feel like that's really, helpful for them. I think and hopefully, and my thing is if people are trying to get schools back open, why aren't teachers like on the second street? Like, why aren't they up higher up on this hierarchy? Because they should get it if we want schools open and so forth. But I mean,
they really should.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very interesting. It's very gray, that whole thing. So I don't know too much on it just yet until I hear more cases on it, I guess. I know Kamala took hers and a few other people took theirs. And I have a friend that's about to take hers because she's in healthcare, you know?
Yeah.
Makes sense. But
it makes sense.
I don't know. We'll see. We will see. If I got to take it for life or death, I will take it for life or death. For sure. You know what I mean? If that's the basis of it. But I'm not ready right now. We'll see.
Shout out to my brother. He loves my ring light. He was here for Christmas. Him and mom were here for Christmas. They got to experience the ring light and all the joyous light that it brings to your face. So
did he have a good time in Vegas?
Yeah, we had a good time. We went to this place that he'd been stalking on Instagram. It's called Amore or Amoro. It's up north off like 95 and Ann. They have these like pizza calzones mixed, like half of it's pizza, the other half's folded into a calzone that you can fill with pasta. There's pasta within these like bread bowl. It was amazing and a lot of
that sounds good. That sounds really good.
I'm surprised you didn't get me to go there a second time. Oh, Amano.
Okay. Yeah. How did he find that?
Instagram stalking. You know how the social media works. Who knows? I don't know if he hashtagged like,
Is he a big Italian food guy? Is that what it is? Like I would have never thought.
I don't know.
He's a foodie himself. He has his restaurant.
Yeah, the teriyaki spot. Yeah. Shout out to Dobie's Teriyaki in Missoula. If anybody is ever around Missoula
I'm surprised
area.
He didn't bring any down. Like I would have loved to have tried.
Well, I think because how he was flying, it's not like you could really just bring a whole case of. Although that would have been a dang good idea. He should have made it while he was here.
That's what I'm saying. He could have made it while he was here. Get the ingredients.
Although I did break out the air fryer and make the teriyaki salmon with his marinade recipe for the family.
Oh, wow.
So
okay. So
everybody did enjoy that.
Yes, that's good. That sounds good. That sounds good.
I know, right?
Sounds really good.
We'll get into a little bit of sports since we are a sports podcast. Again, you guys, thanks for checking in. Girl Chat Sports with Mo and Mel. So we've got New Year's. Let's talk about college football. Now, I know ever since the pandemic started, everybody was like, is this going to be an asterisk year? Is the Lakers winning the championship going to be an asterisk? Is whoever wins the Super Bowl this year going to be an asterisk? We've talked about this a little bit, but I think the only asterisk that should be involved with 2020 is going to be the college football playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. It's been thoroughly manipulated.
Completely.
Thoroughly
so
manipulated.
On Friday, we've got the semifinal or the playoffs, which is Alabama and Notre Dame. They have the early game at 1:00 our time, Pacific time. Then there's the Clemson and Ohio State at 5:00. Now, Ohio State, I think only played 5 or 6 games. They're supposed to have played like 8 or 9, but they said, we'll let it go because there was COVID that impacted their games, just like many other schools, including mine. I think Huskies played 4 games total. Come on, like Ohio State just gets in.
That's crazy to me.
And I mean, not that they're not a good team.
But are they worthy of going to a big championship game like that? No. It's so manipulated. I don't even count it. I'm like you. This is an asterisk season when it comes to college football. All the cancellations. I mean,
it has to be an asterisk season.
Hey, Tara.
What's up, Tara? Hey, KT. What's good, you guys? Y'all chime in if you want on what you think of if any of the seasons of sports should be an asterisk, and if so, which ones. I think firmly it has to be college football. Like it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
And I'm almost like not even caring to see who plays or watch them play. Alabama.
It's not worth it because they didn't do the journey it took to get there. This was too easy.
No.
I'm sorry.
Of course it is. Yeah, all about
Notre
the money.
Dame.
All about the money.
Notre Dame. Yeah.
I don't know. It's too much.
Of course. Thank you, Tara. Tara, I'm always thinking about you. You're in my thoughts and prayers always. You and your family. I know 2020 it's been rough for you to some degree. I think for all of us, but most when you lose a loved one. So shout out to all of those. They're deep in my prayers about that. Have lost loved ones this year. It's rough, and hopefully
when you can't go see them, you can't go to services, all that kind of stuff.
It's all of that. So it's just tough. And we'll get on the other side of this. I'm praying that we will. I believe in it. I have faith. I always say this is 2021 will probably be the crap that hits the fan year possibly, but I don't think it will be. I feel like we've seen the crap hit the fan. Like it needs to just get better. Like it can't. I mean,
I can't even say the other thing.
If it get any worse, then it'll get. It's what it is. We just roll with it, I guess, and stay strong.
Right.
That's all I can say. Jeez.
So I know I kind of even forgot the bowl games were happening now, just because Pac-12. I mean, my team's not in it. There's a lot of teams opted out, not being. Some bowl games got canceled, so I just kind of gave up the whole college season.
Right.
But today there was the Duke's Mayo Bowl, and Wisconsin won. And I don't know if you saw the clip, but the quarterback was messing around and on a video
and he broke it.
Trophy, and he broke it.
He broke the bowl, and the look on their face was like,
And then he DIYs the trophy to put a Duke's container of mayo on top of the trophy. Like, who breaks the trophy? Who's responsible?
Kids break the trophy. It's 2020. That's all I can say. When things happen, it's like I'm blaming it 2020.
It's too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, hey, congrats for Ohio State. I mean, but I'm not with it. I'm not for it. I'm over college football. It's just a little too much. And then who knows if they even announced today that they were going to have alternative dates for the bowl games in case they couldn't be played. Like, here's the deal. The Rose Bowl, which is always in California and Pasadena, is not going to be played there. I think it's the second time in history that it's never been played in California. It's getting played at Jerry's World, of course, because everything happens in Texas. Everything can still happen in Florida.
That's not the Rose Bowl. I'm sorry. That's a Californian tradition. You have those two.
You can't have the Rose Bowl,
and you have a Rose Bowl parade. You cannot have it in Dallas,
in Texas. Period. Like,
you can't have a parade. It just hits differently.
It's terrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
So they've already given out dates. So in case something happens where they have to postpone, then it's just like, well, can we just scrap the whole college football season? I mean, so many players are already coming back next year. A lot of them are still going forward with NFL draft, but a lot of them are coming back. I know the UW had like 3 or 4 players that were supposed to possibly have gone to draft that end up deciding to opt back in and staying a year, which I'm all for. I think these guys want to be able to do something in their season and not just play a few games and then it'd be over with. Like, I don't know.
It's a broken up season. It's broken up season. It's got a lot of different stuff going on, and it's just ridiculous that.
Yes. My mom's watching. Hey, Mom. I miss my mom.
Hey, Doreen.
Yeah.
She's dope.
I know. So I guess we're missing it, but apparently Kawhi came out with a mask on and it's made social media buzzing already.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, because, he missed 2 games because of a mouth laceration.
Right.
So I guess he came out today with a mask. I haven't seen it. I might have to Google it, but apparently it's got social media ablaze. Should be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was watching my championship Lakers.
Right.
Your Spurs. And Pop got kicked out. So
he did already?
He did in the second quarter. He threw a tantrum about 2 calls on a foul for one of his players. So Becky Hammond is taking over the realms and coaching the rest of the game tonight.
Well, there's your girl power moment.
That's our girl power moment. She is definitely
Becky, man.
Becky's taking over the reins after Pop, literally wanted to throw a chair. He said some
I love
stuff
Pop.
to some refs,
Pop's
and
the best
he got kicked out within the second quarter. So Becky is in charge.
Girl power. She's taking charge. Less gangers.
What you mean? Of course. I'm Lakeshore. What you talking about? Where's my Pop at? Do I have to show y'all? This ain't really my Pop. It's my brother's Pop. But it's Pop of Magic Johnson. I have a Pop too. Don't make me go there. You know I'm Laker Nation.
Oh, wow. But
Raider Nation, on the other hand, is a different story.
We're going to get to that.
Yes.
But real quick, so we've only been through 3, maybe 4 games in the NBA season for most teams. There's already been like a handful of injuries.
Yeah.
Have you noticed
bad injuries?
Like Ja Morant out for 3 to 5.
With a preseason already. We've had a preseason, and these players are still getting injured. Yeah,
I don't know if that's because of the short time
Morris
off
is out.
or the whole season.
I'm playing a fantasy league now, and every day I check in because I have to change my rotation.
How is the NBA fantasy going for you? It's
interesting.
Isn't it crazy?
It is crazy, but you can set up an automatic starters for your week, but I still go in there and change up so it doesn't, mess with me too bad. But it does mess with me when the players have injuries that I need to play. And then I don't get enough points because even my players don't have a game that can replace them, or I just, they sit on 0, and that sucks because that's what I'm running into. But I think there's a strategy about my madness. I didn't go after too many big stars. I think I have Ja Morant on my. No, I don't. I have Drew Holiday. And so I did him and Freddie Van Fleet, and I did people that could actually score. And then I got some big people like Karl Anthony Towns, but he's even on some injury stuff too.
Yeah.
Yes, and he was one of my main centers. He was my first draft pick, was him.
Yeah.
So it's like crazy, very crazy.
Les says he thinks that the players are overworking themselves in the off season. I mean, they had a short off season, but
but still. Maybe
because they went from bubble life and just like basically having to get around, because now they're having to commute. They're flying to games or flying home from games, so it's a little more. Maybe their bodies kind of got used to just living in Disney World.
I don't know. I don't know why these kids are getting hurt. I feel like they're doing some foolish things on the outside of playing, possibly. I don't know. I mean, they could be riding a skateboard or a Segway and fall. I don't know. I really don't know why these guys are getting hurt.
But it just seems odd. Like, I don't remember many years where, like, the beginning of the season, there's been this many people dropping.
Yeah.
And not dropping early on for this season, but, being out.
Some darn near. They're out. It's crazy. 2020. That's all I can say. Hopefully 2021, all bones heal. Everything comes together. It's like, I just hope we don't have to go through fiascos.
So is there any team so far that you've been impressed with, what you've seen?
I'm not surprised by Brooklyn.
Okay.
Because Brooklyn is who they are. Portland has showed up being amazing. Showed up, Utah is still Utah, and I think it's going to take them some time, but they're still being aggressive out there. Golden State, I feel terrible for. They won a game, though. I'm not going to be mad because they did win a game.
Well, when's Draymond supposed to be back? I mean, obviously, they do need a little bit extra help.
They need shooters. They need a whole new squad. They just need some players. They really do. I don't even think it's Draymond. I just think they just need some young guns that can shoot. Their draft pick was pretty good. I forgot his name. Oh, James Wiseman. Yeah, he's okay. I mean, they was gonna trade him too if Giannis was coming over there as well, which I think should have been the move. The Bucks are doing. The Bucks got some new additions. They're doing good.
Miami, they had like 29 threes. What, last night?
Yeah, but Miami, aren't they down somebody too? I think a couple people of their players are out.
Jimmy's out tonight, but I don't know if he was out yesterday. I didn't catch the game. I just saw the highlights.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah. We beat them on Christmas Day, so that's all that I care about.
Les said most of the non-bubble teams are off to a good start. Well, except for the Bulls. And hey, listen, the Bulls have won one game at least. We're 1-3. Okay, like it could be worse. The Bulls
are a mess. They really are. They're a mess.
But how about those new jerseys for the Bulls, though? I want a new jersey because will they now have the Jordan logo on them?
Oh yeah,
and they're the black with the pinstripe.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
still a mess though. Can't believe they're so dysfunctional. It's not your fault. It's the owner. Like it's all of that. It's just a mess.
It needs to get figured out. But
it does. It really does.
Your Lakers have been doing good. They're looking all right. Minus LeBron.
Yeah, we're 2-2. LeBron's having a good night tonight. We'll win against the Spurs, so that'll put us at 3-2 for the season. People are like, "Oh, you guys lost to the Clippers first game of the season." I was like, "Yeah," but it seems like it's a pattern that makes us champions. And congratulations to Clippers and Clippers Nation for being back-to-back season opener winners. Yay! Did you get a ring for that? Don't know. But I know the ring.
Mo's over here with all the shade. She is taking up
to you
all
guys.
the shade.
That's so awesome. So awesome. And mind you, I saw the ring that Cookie got in Magic. They got championship rings, but the women's version for Cookies is amazing. Oh, it's beautiful. And it opens up too with the jerseys and the rafters and stuff. It's beautiful. It's a nice iceberg to have on your finger. Sorry, Clipper fans, you never know what that experience is like for a while. But hey, you keep plugging at it. Everybody was like, Paul George is having a great start. Yeah, he is. Let's see how he's gonna finish.
I don't know with them. I'm surprised they're like 2-2 right now. I thought they had lost. So like, no shade.
No. Les is saying I'm being petty. Now, as a Laker fan, the Clippers cannot knock on our door at all and say anything. There were no Clipper fans until Chris Paul came over there. Let's be clear. No one was talking about the Clippers. The only celebrity they had sitting at their stands was Billy Crystal. That's it. We had Jack Nicholson, Diane Cannon. We had our same regulars, we had our celebrities. But no one was talking about these Clippers until Doc took over the realms and they had this high-flying circus act at one point. And that's when people got on the Clippers bandwagon. They still didn't win a championship with that.
Mo could talk about this for years.
I could, but I'm not because I got to get on my Raiders too.
Yeah. But before we get into the Raiders, let's take a little other NFL news. Remember, shout out to Brandy and Marisha, because when we had them on the show last year, which we got to get them back on, we had talked a little bit about this FCO, which is the fan-controlled football league that Marshawn's part of, Marshawn Lynch.
Right.
So it's now finally coming to fruition. Like the season is supposed to start in February. It's their first year, and they just signed Johnny Manziel to be part.
Oh my God!
So part of the FCL is that it's a fan-controlled league. So literally, they have some kind of apps that you use, and you're able to control or call plays, and like whoever whatever play gets the most votes or whatever. I don't know how exactly it works. We'll have to get somebody on FCL to come on the show and kind of give us the breakdown, but it's kind of fan controlled. So it should be interesting to see how it works.
Johnny Manziel. That's all I took from that was Johnny Manziel.
But like there's ownership, like, Marshawn, Richard Sherman, the Presidente from Barstools. He's in there with owning one of the teams along with a bunch of other like athletes and entertainers that have taken part of it. I think there's 4 or 5 teams, maybe 6. And they're supposed to start in February. So I'm excited to see it, just to see how it goes. It'd be interesting to watch.
It gives you some football for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Johnny
Here's the deal.
Manziel,
I can't believe we're already at week 17. I don't know what to do anymore.
All things had to come to an end.
I hate this time of the year. Yeah.
It's scary.
And my Seahawks did clinch the NFC West this weekend.
Yeah. When you thought they weren't going to do it.
Here's the deal. RD stepped up, plus golf sucked everything. He was terrible. So he also sounded like he broke his thumb, wanted to get thumb surgery over the last couple days. So the Rams aren't going to do too well. I think they were still up for to try and get in to the playoffs for the wild card. We don't know if that's still going to happen or not. But we're in. I'm excited for that. There's even a slim chance that we could still try and get the number 1 seed. But of course, that takes like a Packers loss and
which ain't happening. I don't think.
Right, and a Saints loss, and
it ain't happening.
You never know. Any given
at least
Sunday,
you're there.
Right?
At least you're there.
Hey, we're there.
We're
there.
Hey, take it. At least you're there.
And we haven't won that championship, the NFC West championship, since 2016, I think. So it's been a minute. A minute.
Yeah.
Thank you,
That's good, though. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really
so I'm excited for that. We had a good game. I'm excited that there's that we're going to be there. It's not going to be, but again, it's the first round. Everybody's playing except for the number 1 seeds for the NFC and AFC. So it's not like there's going to be, it's going to be tough.
Oh yeah.
And I
said, I don't know who's going to be in your guys' conference for NFC championship. I can't even predict it. I can definitely predict AFC, but I cannot predict NFC because I just don't know where you guys are going. Which way is up? It's very confusing to
and a lot of the NFC teams, are up and down. They
really are. It's a crazy conference. It really is.
Heated up towards the last half of the season, but any given Sunday or any given Saturday, however the playoffs go down, it's going to be whoever shows up that game. So
look at your NFC East. It's just all a mess.
It's still a toss-up, and they're still
a toss-up
this weekend.
Game.
I think it's still dependent on this weekend, this week 17. Yeah. Who's going to win that one? And the fact that they get to go into the playoffs
to go is crazy to me.
Okay, let's get into the
fair.
For a second. I know you wanted to speak on your guy Baker Mayfield, but the Browns lost to the Jets. They're a 10-4 team now, and 10-5, and they're not in the playoffs. But yet it
makes no sense. But at NFC East with the Eagles, a Cowboys team, Giants, and all that, any one of them can go. It's crazy.
So you're gonna have to change this up at some point. You've got to make this adjustment because you're not going to change around the divisions. You're going to have to eventually kind of have some kind of system because.
Well, I would think the AFC conference is just a tougher division anyway.
She said, Lessa, don't give up. You got 8 more seasons with Gruden.
Well, he did say in an article previous to off season, before the move to Las Vegas, that he was willing to give up the $100 million if he didn't get it done. Now, I don't know what he meant by get it done, but he did say he'd forfeit his salary if he didn't get it done. So maybe he needs to work on getting it done.
Getting it done by when?
But getting it done how? Going to the playoffs?
But getting it done you're going to give yourself 2 years, 4 years, all 10 years?
But I don't even know what the getting it done means. Getting it done how? What does that mean? Just give up the money and let's find somebody else. Do that for me.
So your Raiders got eliminated this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
With a crazy game with Miami. Fitzmagic came off the bench and showed his bearded magic wand.
Fitzmagic has been who he is. He is the only backup quarterback that got benched, not because he sucks. He's the best backup quarterback leagues have.
Yeah.
He doesn't suck. So to do that kind
he could
of
have a starting job in,
he could anywhere possibly.
The Jets should just get him back. The Jets should just get him back.
I don't know about that. The Jets are cursed. I feel like I don't want anybody to go touch that thing.
It came back. I mean, we all thought. I mean, Raiders came back. It was like 2 minutes left, right? Or what? It got even farther down. It didn't go down to like the last few seconds. I can't remember, but that was like that game reminded me of a Seahawks game. Like I literally had to wait to text you because I was like, I know if that were me, I couldn't talk to nobody right now.
I don't know what was worse with that game. Your Seahawks losing the Super Bowl off of a play call from Pete Carroll, or John Gruden making a take a knee and stop at the yard line.
Like trying to do clock management or something, but you gotta get points. You gotta get points.
Yeah, you gotta get the points.
And then had they not missed the field goal, it would have been a tie game and gone into overtime.
Yeah, and Carlson missed it. And then on top of that, insult to injury, our defense hasn't been the best. You're relying on defense to come and bring it back. Why? And then everybody's like, Carl had a good game. I don't care, because he was hobbling in the red zone. He didn't have a run game as being a quarterback like he usually has. He couldn't get out of pockets because he still had a growing injury. He let his pride and his ego take over and say, let me finish this. When we could have had a switcheroo, when we get down to third in the red zone with Mariota. If Brian Flores can do that with his team, why we couldn't do it with ours? That's all I want to know. You selfishly went out there thinking you could be the hero at our last home game with your strain growing. You're hobbling. I'm literally seeing you hobble. And you think you're A1. Like, yes, you had a great passing game, but that doesn't give us wins. The run game gives us wins. We are a predictable offense as a team. Everybody can predict our offense when Carr is out there. Passes to Jacobs, passes to Waller, passes to Renfro, passes to
Allegiant Stadium as their opening season with the Big L.
Big L. I just think the game would have been different if Mariota was in. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I will say this, though. If it wasn't for Nelson Aguilar, I would have probably lost my fantasy football championship.
Oh, I have him on my fantasy. Like, he's good. That's the first order of business they need to do is re-sign him. Off season, like after this week 17, where we'll lose again, possibly to the Broncos, because that's when he wants to play Mariota when we play the Broncos. That's what he's going to do. Okay, Gruden. So they need to re-sign Aguilar, though, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
Yes.
And that would be the best order of business they could
do.
So
your season is done. You're now done with football, moving on.
Yeah, basketball now. Soon to be baseball when that season arrives.
Right. Any thoughts on the Dwayne Haskins being released?
I mean, did we all not see it coming?
Or I guess more of like the talk and the social, the kind of the discussion around it since, like, everybody kind of going at him or backlashing or talking, but it's part of social media world.
It is part of social media if he doesn't let it get to him. But I know it does get to a lot of folks when you got nobody's saying a lot now when they weren't before. But honestly, it is what it is. He had to go. I feel bad, but
people forget, like, well, he came, he was a great college quarterback. Yeah, but he also played for Ohio State. Like, you had a great team. It wasn't like you were just a phenomenal quarterback who led your team to, national. He was, it's like kind of saying like anybody that plays for Alabama, like, yeah, they may succeed or not. Yeah, they had a great squad there because they're a great.
It's team. College. It's different.
You go from a great
a level pro
to a team that can't even like win a game, and now
you go to a pro level. What are you thinking you're supposed to not do? Like, I don't understand.
I feel bad. I feel like he didn't really have like that. Maybe that the team behind him when he was growing. I don't feel like he had like much help growing up. You know what I mean? Not so much like help, but I mean like I don't think he has enough confidence in himself sometimes.
He probably didn't. He played like he didn't have confidence in himself.
Yeah. And he
played like he didn't, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
that really is, because you have to be your biggest fan personally, and if you don't play like it, then I don't know what to tell you.
Did you see JJ Watt kind of crush and like talk about it? Basically, if you're not trying to give full effort, whether we're 4-11 or 11-4, then you shouldn't even playing it. Sounds like he's a little frustrated with his teammates and that they're not giving full effort in their games. Yeah, you're 4-11, you're not in the playoffs, you're not going to make the playoffs, but you're still on a professional football team where many people have tried to get there and couldn't, and now you're not showing no effort.
Well, this is just like any corporate business. We start to shift blame when we don't succeed or win the award or the cup or anything of merit. Now we're getting into this time where everybody is about to air out their grievances. It's like Festivus. I'm airing out all my grievances. And that's the same thing. It started with Dwayne Haskins and it's going to continue. JJ Watt's next, saying his things. It's going to be the airs of grievances. That's what we're going to hear post NFL season as we get into playoff time. Yeah. The errands of grievances. So look forward to it because I'm gonna be sitting there with my popcorn like, yep, ooh, tea is about to be poured. You're gonna hear some things possibly that we never knew was existing within the camps.
Yeah.
And the grievances are coming forward. Yeah.
Well, and T.O. went at McNabb on that Untold Stories talking to, he sounded like he had a real bone to pick with him for something. Talking about how he was hungover for Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, how you drank the night before. And I believe that because I have seen Donovan out in action before with mutual friends that know him. And he is not one to be the best drinker at all.
He kind of, no offense. He kind of looks like he's a drinker. Like Vin Baker, you could tell he was a drinker. Like I feel like Donovan.
No, he's not a drinker. No, he's not a drinker.
Huh?
He's not a drinker. He is not.
Who?
That's the thing. Donovan is not a drinker. He drinks.
But I'm saying you can tell he's not a good drinker. Like he can't.
No, he's a terrible drinker. Like he cannot handle his liquor. That's what I mean. He's not a good drinker. A good drinker can stand up and walk away sober. He is not a good drinker. The man was slumped over at a club, I'll say nameless, early into the night off of tequila. And that should never have been. Weight, stature should not have mattered. Why are you like this in this position? Thank God at that time there was no social media or smartphones because, I would have probably like trying to grab all that. But I couldn't do that. That was my friend's homeboy. I can't do that to him. But I'm just saying he is not a good drinker. And the fact that he was able to come and perform at a Super Bowl the next day, that's impressive. When he was saying it. Like, I don't know. He's not a drinker. I'm sorry. He's not.
Right.
And when I saw that clip of T.O. saying that, I was just like, oh, that makes sense. That makes total sense because I've seen it firsthand.
Oh, hey,
nice
Uber driver's checking in.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Hey.
That's so funny. I love it.
Yeah, so no, he's not. I don't think anybody is at this day and age, but God, this is young time prime. Like, what are you doing? You can't be slumped over like that at a club. Like really slumped. Like I was crazy.
Yeah. Wow. We've seen people that are smashed.
And projectile too. Not a good look. Oh,
look at it. Mo with the T. Come on with it.
It was bad.
I cannot.
Almost to the point where you're like, what is going on? Vegas brings it out of you, though. I'm not gonna lie. You come to Vegas.
And thankful for no social media back then. That's for sure. I said thankful for no social media back then. That
would have been a storm and a half. I would have been killed though. I'm not gonna do that to my boy.
I wouldn't have made it through life.
I looked and I just was like, oh boy, we're gonna go this way. To the point where I was like, that's him. He's like, yeah, he can't handle his liquor. And I'm just like, oh my God. So the Lakers beat the Spurs 121-107.
Oh, it is?
Okay. Yes, game over.
Okay.
LeBron had the stellar game of 32 points. Magic Johnson numbers. We'll take it.
Magic Johnson numbers.
For LeBron's 36th birthday. I still think the guy is 40. I don't know. He just looks so. When you see him sitting with his senior class in their basketball photo in high school or whatever, the man looks 20.
Everybody in like elementary school, especially boys, they all get left or pulled back a year in school. So it could be. He could be. I don't know.
I want the truth to come out, everybody.
Start digging.
I want to see birth certificates. Now I'm on a birther movement for LeBron. I'm not going to fault him, but he's fighting to keep a hairline.
Don't fight it no more. Let it go.
He's looking a lot older than all of us who are in our 40s. I hate to see the man at 45. I feel like he'll look 60. Like, it's crazy to me. What is going on?
Yeah, his black is cracking a little bit.
It's cracked a lot. He just looks so much older. And I try to justify it by the lifestyle. You know, he has a lot on his plate.
He's doing a
lot of things. Yeah. But so was Vino. Kobe didn't look like that. So what is going on?
I don't know.
I just think he's older than what he's telling us.
I don't know. Let's get into some NFL picks because we've already gone 45 minutes and it's time for us to
get good talks.
Yeah, great talks. Thanks for everybody.
I didn't touch on Baker Mayfield. I was going to let you have that, but you guys keep riding this guy like he's the stud of the freaking
I'm not saying he's the stud. I've been impressed through some of his games, not all of them. I'm not saying he's a great quarterback. I'm not saying he's a Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Patrick.
He's definitely not. I wouldn't dare you to say that.
I mean, he's mediocre, but I'm saying like he's been able to help get Cleveland to a different level. They haven't been 10-4 before. Granted, they did not make the playoffs, which sucks for them, but it's also the division they're in too. I don't know. I just
think if he's this guru of a quarter, I don't know. He did have a good season. They actually did really well. I mean, considering, they did. But I think Nick Chubb and Jarvis Landry for all of that, not him. I think the run game at every other position other than him. That's who I think. Because Nick Chubb got me great fantasy points, and so did Jarvis Landry. That's why I stay on them. And I give it up to them more than I do him.
Yeah.
He was doing what he was told to pass the ball. They had a great run game. That's what it is. And he did the simplest things. He's not, like you said, a Russell or and I never would. Justin Herbert's better than him. I mean, there's a lot of guys I could name that's better than him.
But he's still got some time. He's still got some time.
He does. I think he will develop and get into his game. And I think he also will become a better quarterback, too, of reading the field and understanding plays better, making better decisions, and sometimes not going off a coach's decisions, but being able to just being able to get a feel for the game.
There's some discussion that LeBron might look old, but he plays young, which, I mean, I think that's...
he does. I mean, he's not dunking like he used to. I mean, I can't get out there and do what he does.
Well, I don't agree with this. So they said if he was really older than his body would have been...
Come on.
No.
Do you know what he's taking? Do you know what kind of money he has, what he's taking to train and his supplements? No. I'm sorry. The man is cryogenically freezing himself off season to get all his... He's doing something that we cannot afford to buy to keep ourselves. Our muscles, his muscles regenerate faster than anybody I know. He's never gotten hurt. He's never been physically hurt this whole entire career. He's never been hurt. What does that tell you? I'm sorry. An old guy would be hurt right now. A LeBron old person with money for medicine is not going to get hurt. So yeah, that's not going to work for me. That's not.
But you think with all that money to help keep his
I like the point, but it's not.
He could at least get the good plugs. Like if he got all that money going into his body and you want to keep covering up your baldness, why not just get the plugs?
Is secondary. He's got to perform. You don't need the plugs to perform. He's got to perform with the body.
But why do you keep spraying it? And whatever
I don't know. That's in his
so the news did break that. So Becky Hammon did make history as the first woman to coach.
Yes, she did. Yes, she
did. Power.
That was good to see too. They were like, Becky Hammon steps in. I'm like, hey, Becky.
I love it. Okay, let's get into some picks. So here's the deal. There's no Thursday football. We got all games on Sunday. This is an action Sunday. Falcons at Tampa Bay. Let's talk about, this is the first year in 13 years that Tampa Bay has made the playoffs.
Oh, they're going to win this game too.
The Tom Brady effect, huh?
The Tom Brady effect. Tom Brady, and AB had a good game too.
New England doesn't make the playoffs. He goes to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's making the playoffs. So
they may not go to a championship, but they definitely make a playoffs. That's still a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay on that.
Yeah, sure. Yep. Dallas at New York.
Ooh, this gets tough. Is Jones playing as quarterback? Is he playing?
He's ever come back or not? If anyone's watching,
he came back.
We're a little delayed, so I'm not sure. I feel like he has.
I'm gonna pick the Giants just because I hate the Cowboys.
Me too. I just can't do it. And I'm feeling like maybe there might be some snow in New York, which I don't think Dallas can do too well. They've been living in Jerry's world too long. You know how it is?
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to go with the Giants. We'll just say Giants.
I'm not sure who another one is, and I'm sorry, but this is just our opinion. So if we're criticizing his hairline, listen, you're talking about Mo is like one of the biggest Lakers fans in the world. I just like to point fun and make topics interesting. One being his hairline, because here's the deal: if you go on bald, just let it go. Why keep doing it?
I don't care about the hairline.
Especially when you're in a profession where you're sweating so much, that stuff's not going to stick.
Well, it's going to run down your face. But here's the thing: I'm just more concerned about
Giuliani. What was the
Giuliani?
Yeah,
Giuliani. The brown oil going down his face. Again, Doc Rivers had it when he was sitting on the bench coaching. He sprays his line. He does the same thing. Yeah. I really am more intrigued as to why LeBron James has never been hurt.
Yeah.
And it's because of the money that he's put in this new age medicine.
That's that money.
Yeah, like she loves your red beanie, so we gotta get a beanie.
Yeah,
D, come on, get you a beanie, girl. But right. Yeah, I mean, we're women. We pick. You guys as men don't pick on us. Are you serious right now? I know you guys aren't talking.
And we're not judging his ability to play in the games. We're just making side discussions.
I'm not judging his ability to play because I know he can play. I'm wondering how he plays so well at his age with no injury. Aren't you guys at least curious about that? Wouldn't you want to know what kind of regime this man has, that we would all want to have some little excerpt of his diet? Jennifer Aniston's body, I'll make a great example. Jennifer Aniston's body is amazing with the abs. You don't think all InStyle Glamour Cosmo has posted her routine as far to get those killer abs? They've never posted any diet workout for LeBron whatsoever. What is the LeBron workout and what is the supplements he's taking? You don't know. Wouldn't we feel like we could benefit from that?
He sold his soul.
I don't know about all that. I'm just saying, don't you find that a little bit more curious than a hairline? We're poking fun at a hairline, but I'm more intrigued as to how he does not get hurt.
Some people just take it differently. Like if you want to not be okay with the trivial items, then that's
I get it, and that's fine. I love it that he brought that up, but it's like, the hairline's going to go away by mid-season. We know we're not even going to be talking about this anymore. He's going to get tired of fading it, and this is going to go black to...
yes. Yeah.
Like, come on.
All right, we're getting back to the Jets at New England. What do you think? Do the Jets make it 3 in a row to finish the season?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're in New England against Belichick's coaching.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to matter.
I don't think it's going to matter. Honestly, I think they're going to be playing their backup anyway, because I feel like they need to at least see him play.
That's going to be a ticket bust on the covers. I don't even know if I picked that on a betting parlay. If it goes over or under, I wouldn't even touch that with a 10-foot pole.
I would definitely.
But I think the Jets will win.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I think they will. I'm so sorry, Cam. I'm so sorry.
Minnesota at Detroit. I tried to get the
Vikings
last week and it didn't work. God.
Vikings. I'm going to go with these Vikings. Detroit has let me down by mid-season. I stopped picking them. So I'm going to go with the Vikings.
They
could shock me and win tomorrow. I mean, Sunday, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm going to roll with the Vikings.
All right, Pittsburgh at...
Excuse me.
I'm going to go with Cleveland. I feel like they're going to do a little bounce back. Pittsburgh was still struggling a little bit.
They won their game last week when no one thought they would.
Cleveland. I don't know. This is a big game for the... Eastern Pennsylvania, Ohio territory. It
really is. This is always that rival game.
Yes, it is.
So did they beat Pittsburgh earlier in the season or no? They didn't, right?
I thought they did.
Did they? I don't know. I have to check and see. I'm going to pick Pittsburgh, but I think Cleveland could possibly win. But if they didn't beat them in the earlier season like the Ravens, then they're probably not going to win this one.
I feel like they have nothing else to lose. Like they can't. I feel like if they beat the Pittsburgh, they can at least affect Pittsburgh's placing in the AFC's.
They could, but why even sabotage that? Yeah, I guess it could be.
That's what they
haters and say. Yeah. It could be haters and say, "Hey, we're not in it, right?"
Of course, you want to do that.
Yeah.
Baltimore at Cincinnati. Yeah.
That's another one. I don't really like this game.
I don't like this game either. I mean, Cincinnati beat Texas last week, but that's not really much to say.
No. I'm thinking
go with Baltimore,
the Ravens.
But yeah.
I'm going with the Ravens.
I just feel like even though the Ravens are still up there,
I don't know.
I feel like their season's been kind of a wash. Like it's just been very under the radar.
It just didn't have the same luster as it did the season before. Lamar is like this one-trick pony, and now he has to have a passing game.
Oh, true.
What
were we thinking? Stephanie said, of course, the Browns didn't beat them because they were undefeated.
Yeah, they were undefeated. That's right. Duh. So they go beating them again.
My head's not here. Mo's head's not here. We're not here. We're
that's
just
right. They were undefeated that whole time. You're right. Thanks,
Steph. About trivial shit. I mean, that's all we
got distracted by hairlines and fitness.
Miami at Buffalo. At Buffalo. We saw Tua couldn't play very well in Denver.
No, he couldn't.
So is Fitzmagic going to be the starter? I don't think they've mentioned
Buffalo is winning. I'm sorry. Stephon Diggs is a beast. And Josh Allen does not help. They're talking about adding another special addition to the team. Who was it they were announcing today that was going to come over?
I don't know.
Oh, I can't remember, but it's a good one. Now, the Bills got this. That's why I think
it's honestly don't get the Steven Diggs for the Vikings versus to the Buffalo Bills. Like,
that man is a beast. I'm sorry, I'm not going against the herd of Buffalo
for sure.
Buffalo is tight, and I still declare this when it comes to the conference championship. It will be the Bills and it'll be KC. That's the two in the AFC.
Seattle, Frisco, but I think isn't Frisco, California is still under that no sports. So are they playing in Arizona or are they playing? Let me see. Is Arizona home? No, they're away. So I guess they could be playing.
Yeah, they could play. Yeah.
Unless they just say, I don't know. I'm going, Seattle. I don't think
I'm gonna go Seattle against your Cardinals. I can't.
Well, no, it's Frisco. They're against Frisco, but remember, it's supposed to be in San Francisco.
Oh, right. But with COVID, they're moving it to Arizona. Yeah. So they're playing the 49. You guys are playing the 49ers?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. I'm rolling with Seattle. Y'all better win, too. Ain't nobody got time to be playing with y'all.
We don't. Cardinals at the Rams. This is a dumpster right here.
It is.
Oh, Tyler. I feel like they have.
I know. I want to see. And if it's Larry Fitzgerald's last season, let it be on a win, hopefully. And so I'm going to roll with the Cardinals, too. I don't want him to be like on this team as long as Juwan Howard was on the Heat for so long. I need him to, play, win this game, and just go off to pastures.
Yeah. And speaking of retirement, they're talking about like it might be Phillip Rivers last season, too. So we've got Jacksonville at Indiana.
Oh, and I'm going with the Colts, too.
Yeah.
He's been playing like it's his last season. This is a Phil Rivers we've never seen before being on a Chargers team. He's actually doing the darn thing. He's actually looking like a quarterback.
Right. Hey, go out while you're on top, I guess.
Right. Go out while you're on top. Brady.
The Titans, who took a hard L from the Packers in a very snowy game.
They knew not to bring that snow into Green Bay. You already knew what it was. They know that snow. They play in the snow. They play in the snow.
They live in it. They live
in that snow, honey.
Tennessee at Houston. Houston's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Tennessee. I just have to go back to Green Bay. Green Bay is like snow. Hold my beer. Yeah, I don't know what snow is, like, for real. Like, they are snow. You know what I'm saying? You bring them out come to Lambeau and think you can win a game in snow against Aaron Rodgers and a Packers team? I don't think so.
No. The Raiders at Denver.
I want to go with my Raiders so badly. I'm gonna pick them. I'm gonna pick them. Because we just need to have a win to end the season some kind of way. If Mariota plays or not. I just want us to win. And I feel like we play to lose all the time. And we need to. And honestly, I do feel like the conspiracy, like everybody was saying, like, if Derek Carr what player comes from a growing injury within a week to play? Nobody. So they're thinking, did he fake that growing injury off of embarrassment or what? Like, we've had people like in Raider discussion groups saying all that crazy stuff too.
Right.
And it's like, if you're hurt, don't play, but we're going to see. I've never seen that before in my life. Coming back after a growing injury. Still growing injury.
The Chargers are playing the Chiefs in Kansas City. However, Patrick Mahomes will be having a seat. He'll be off this Sunday, they have mentioned. So.
Oh, I still go with the Chiefs, though.
Any chance? No? Okay.
I still go with the Chiefs.
I agree. I mean,
Eric Bieniemy and
I hope the Chargers figure something out and get a new coach pretty soon.
I feel bad that they have to get rid of this one, but he just wasn't up to par. He wasn't doing the right thing. He did the best he could, but it just wasn't enough. Yeah.
Green Bay at Chicago.
I'm going with the Green Bay at Chicago.
Yeah.
That's another snow team. But Green Bay is just solid. Even though the Bears have been showing up late into the game. But I think Green Bay's got this. I think they're just.
I mean, and plus.
First I was going to say the Bears.
But I'm trying to, fight for that first place win, too.
Yeah.
They got to get that number one. So they're not going to lay off just because they're.
No, they're not. No. I just think it's going to be. I don't know. I think maybe the Bears could pull it off. I don't know. I hate to say it, but maybe. But I'm gonna go with Green Bay. I'm just gonna go with Green Bay.
The Saints in Carolina.
Oh man, it's gonna be the Saints though.
Yeah, again, they're trying to fight for something too. I mean,
yeah, they're all trying to fight for spots.
But you want to get those spots. You want to get the right spot.
Right.
Last one, Redskins at Philly. Since we voted all the same throughout the game, I'm just gonna go opposite of you. We've only had one difference. So.
And I'm gonna go with Rams. You said Rams in Philly, right?
Redskins.
Redskins. Not Redskins. Washington team. I was like, ooh, okay, Washington team.
The Eagles.
So prejudiced. Washington team. Such racial slurs. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go Washington. Is that what you were picking?
I go Philly.
I can go with Philly then if you're gonna pick Washington. I can go opposite. You never know. Philly might show up.
I'll take Philly. We're good. We'll go with it. Y'all, that's a wrap for 2020. Thank you for everybody that has tuned in and listened to our trivial remarks for today. I just can't get over it.
They're not trivial. They're gold.
I mean, this is what people tune in for, right? Is to hear. And
our opinions matter.
Our opinions only.
And our opinions matter to a certain degree.
Taking the time to tune in and listen to the show. Whoever you are out there, another one. But everybody, thank you for tuning in. Please stay safe. Please stay blessed. Please enjoy your New Year's Eve and into the New Year's Day. And we will see you next year.
Yes. Until next year, guys.
Next year.
Have a safe New Year's Eve. Deciding on whatever you do, just stay safe.
Yes.
Have a safe holiday. We roll into 2021 with another episode coming at you. And we'll see you in the new year. Thank you, Beth. Seattle's finest. Thank you, Beth. Happy New Year's to you too. That's my girl Beth.
All right.
Beth Sweats.
See y'all next year.
Bye. Peace out.